Welcome to step 9. In step 9, you will create two pages, contact and about page, and then you'll learn how to configure the pages. Right? These are the most important pages of any website that you develop. An about page discussing about yourself, maybe about your company or whatever the purpose of that site is. And then contact page, you definitely need a contact page. I'll show you how to configure all the steps there, how to create a form, embed that form onto a page, and how to see it. We'll also test it by entering some data and verifying in the email address. Okay, so all those configuration will be discussed here, and it's very important for you to learn because this two pages you will definitely create for everyone, right? Even if you're creating a website for others, before giving them the website, you basically create these two pages as an sample pages for them to verify the site. Okay, so it's important that you learn how to create these two pages. In 9.1, we will create a contact form using the plugin WP Forms plugin. In 9.2, we will create the about page. I'll show you how to write a paragraph and how to write a heading and then some content to it, and then how to publish a page. Then we'll verify by accessing these two pages. Okay, then we'll summarize the step 9. Welcome back. So let's configure our WP forms. So this is a contact page form that we are building now. So you can find this WP form from here. There's a new menu option here. You can create on add new form. Okay, so when you click on add new form, it will take over the whole site. Okay, and it will give you various template here. Okay, blank form, newsletter form, suggestion form. We'll use simple contact form. Okay, so we are building a form with a name, email ID, and maybe a subject line, and then the actual message. Okay, maybe 3 fields is enough. Okay, so let's edit this. So click on this name, and then the format, I don't want first name and last name, is sometimes people get bored of typing it. I just need a simple one. Just enter me the name. Okay, so that's the name. Next is email is required. We don't need email confirmation. Then your actual message. Okay, and before that, if you want to add a more text box, you can add a field. You can say subject. You can say subject, and it's not required. They can leave it blank, and then they can comment. The comment has to be mandatory. Okay, very simple. And if you think you don't need subject, you can just click on this delete button and you can delete it. Okay, and if you want to drag and change the position, you can actually hold them and then you can drag and drop. Okay, it's very simple to play around with and simple to create the forms. And you can say submit, then you click on save button to save the form. Okay, once done, you can just click it safely. So we have created our simple form. Let's embed this into our contact page. So you copy this short code, and if you go to page, say all pages, by default you will have a contact page. Just click on edit. So you go to pages, all pages, contact, and edit. So you are editing a page. Okay, just remove everything, just paste your shortcode there. Make sure your URL is here. You can click on edit to edit the URL, but I'm not going to do that. Once you do this, click on update. Okay, once that is done, you will view our page. Okay, so that's our contact page. We haven't written any code here. Once you type in all the details and then submit, this page will work. So let's try that. just clicking submit, and you see that's been taken care. So let's see whether we receive the email or not. Okay, so I did receive an email from HostGator from my simple contact form stating the name, the email ID, who has been sending this email, and the message. It's very simple, sent from MakeWP website. Okay, so this is a very simple example to show you how you can configure a simple contact form, embed that contact form into a contact page, and then you can use it to receive an email. Okay, someone fill up that form, you will get an email like this. Okay, so back to our same contact page. Just want to recap. We went into WForms, all forms. First we created add new, and then we created the new form. You can preview it from here. You get a short code. Copy the short code, and then you go to your page. Click on the contact page. If you have this WordPress default installed from HostGator, you will see this page, or else you have to create that page. Go to text mode and copy and paste, and then say update or publish, and then the page will appear. Before we close up this section of cleaning up our website, I want to show you auto optimize. So auto optimize will optimize your website. It will keep caching your CSS, and then it will minify means it will reduce the size of your CSS and JavaScript. So in the period of time when you have too much of cache, this will go into red in color, right, as is it in green now. You just go ahead and do the delete cache. Okay, once you do that, it will go back to normal state, and then you can start using the website. At the performance level, you can purge all the caches also from here. You have 1, 2, 3 ways to purge the cache. Okay, it's good, too many caches, but the only problem you face is whenever you make change, the change may not be visible immediately, so you have to keep deleting this. Okay, it's good and bad. It's good because your website is faster. It's bad because when you make a change, it's not visible immediately. Okay, to see immediately, you have to purge all the cache. Okay, so I believe that's basically the overview, enough for us to clean up our WordPress site. So next we will start uploading our theme, then we will start editing our theme. Okay, so we have done with theme installation and some of the basic plugins, and you see you have your basic site going on. You can go to the contact page now. It should look very nicer, right? You have your name, email, and this is a form that we have created with WForms, and it fits very well in the whole site. Then you have your about page, right? And let's see how to edit this. Okay, once you're logged into the site, you can go to dashboard, you can go to pages, all pages, then you can find the pages here. Okay, about, contact, blog, home. Okay, and then you can start editing it by clicking on the edit button. Okay, so there are two tabs here, visual tabs and the text tab. Text tab, you can start typing the HTML code, like you can write a paragraph here and say this is a paragraph. Close the tag. But once you go to visual, you will not be able to see that. Okay, then you can do heading, then you have a place to say what heading is it, and once you have made the changes, you can update it. Once you update, you can view the page. Then I'll show you how to edit the page. Come back here again. So you go to view page, click on view page here, then you are on this page with all the changes that we have done. If you want to edit, you don't have to go back. There's a button here called edit, just click it. That will take you back to the page section. Okay, so start creating a page. How do you create a page? You can add new here or new page here, and then you can start adding whatever pages you want to add to your site. So that's about the pages. And if you want to change the layout for a specific page, let's say you're writing a landing page, How do you change the layout? You have a layout section, click any of the layouts. Let's say we click this, update, then we'll view the page. Okay, you see the sidebars are gone. So you're basically showing a content without any distraction for the user, and it's a good way of showing things. That's how you edit a page and you change the layout. Okay, so the page setup is done. Let's go to the post. Welcome to summary of step 9. So I hope you have learned how to create pages, right? And next step we will learn how to create a post. So you might be having a question that what is the difference between a page and a post? Page is basically a static page, the page that doesn't change much on your website. That is called as a pages, like contact page and about page, about your company and what you do and all those things, your contact address and all those things. It doesn't really change much. So definitely you create a page for it. A post is a content like a news which keep on changing. So every day you come and write your contents to it, and then you post a blog to it. So all those things, that content that frequently changes, you might need to write it as a post. Don't write it as a page, because that is not a static content. Okay, that's the difference between pages and posts. So in this section of step 9, you have learned how to create a page. In step 10, you will learn how to create a post. Okay, let's move on to the next section.